Hey everyone, this is Kevin Shriver from Your Pet Business Now. Hope you all are doing very well. Thanks as always for watching. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about not taking yourself too seriously in your business. It's very easy to get wrapped up as you start your business, as you get it growing, in everything that happens and owning everything so much so that you take it personally. I want you guys to stop doing that. If you find yourself getting emotionally involved with your business, so much so that that emotional involvement prevents you from taking action and doing something with your business, that's where you've got to stop. You need to have a friend, you need to have a coach, you need to have peers, other business owners that you have. You need to find people that you can bounce ideas off of, bounce your situation off of, and have them reinforce that you are doing the right stuff and reinforce to you that it's okay to let yourself off the hook a little bit. I get concerned when I hear from some of you and I talk with some of you and you start to say things like, well, I'm not sure what to do. Other people are better than me. My competitors are better than me. And you start comparing yourself. And comparison is not a bad thing. However, when you compare too much and too often, you lose all of the things that you create. So if you start saying, well, he looks better than me, she's got a better relationship than me, he has more money than I do, and you start saying these things over and over again, you could actually be very good looking, you could actually be in shape, you could actually have some money and have some, not be broke, but you are losing that when you start to compare yourself. And this is a common trait and a common tactic of the mass media. They want you to compare yourself, the gossip media, celebrity stuff. If you guys are watching that, I challenge you to stop watching that or reduce what you're doing with that, because what happens is they want to compare you to some A-list celebrity who's got millions of dollars and got, modeling people to help them kind of look good all the time. Well, guess what? You cannot keep up to that standard. However, if they challenge you and they make sure you compare yourself to them, they know that they have you because it become addictive, and you always say, well, I need to do more, I need to pay attention, I need to, so they get you away from doing the things that you are doing and help you focus on them, on something else. Weird analogy, but that's the same thing with your business. I want you to stop comparing yourself to others, but get passionate about doing the things that you need to do in order to make your business move forward. I have a couple people that I work with, and what they'll do is they are focused on, other people are doing things, I'm not getting the results that I'm looking for, therefore I should be doing something, but they end up doing nothing. Very bad habit to get into. So here's the deal. Work on letting yourself off the hook, as I mentioned. Don't take everything personally. If you are internalizing your failures, so to speak, I'm putting failures in air quotes here, because a failure is not a failure. It's simply a result that you don't prefer, right? If you earn $100,000, but you intended to earn $150,000, most people wouldn't consider that a failure, but you failed at reaching your goal of $150,000, but guess what? You still earned $100,000. That's okay. That's a very gentle example. A more extreme example is I intended to get another new client, or I intended to do something and I didn't get it, or I got busy and I couldn't do some of the actions that I needed to do to move my business to the next level. People will say, oh man, I failed. And they internalize that. Or I know what I have to do in my business in order to move to the next level, but my fear of getting there, either fear of failure or a fear of success, is holding me back. Guess what? You've got to drop that, because that is just your internal dialogue. Here's a simple analogy I want you guys to think about. Let's say that I have a ship, and I tell you where I want you to take it to, and I hire you as the captain of the ship, and I say it's your job to put the right people in the right place, get the ship moving. If it gets stuck, if you get off course, take it, but here's where you're going with that ship. And I give you this job as captain of the ship. You start running it, you start moving forward, and you report back to me over a period of time, and you start saying things like, well, the people aren't that good, but you need to get better ship people. Some of the equipment in here is not working. We need to maintain it a little bit better. And you start reporting this back here. Most people in that role, again, if they have kind of that role that is given to them or told that they need, they don't own that. They don't own the ship. If a hurricane comes and floods the ship and they have to abandon ship, they might say, hey, it was a hurricane, it happens. What I'm trying to get at is that if you are separated from the operation, as in you were just hired to be an agent, in this particular situation, a captain to run the ship, you are a little bit separated from the results. On the other hand, if it is your ship and you own it, you tend to own everything, in every single emotion. If it doesn't go right, you say, oh, I'm a bat. You put that on yourself. It's a reflection of you as a person, and you start doing things like, well, must be not a good person because I'm not actually getting results. That we're not going in the right direction, or a piece of equipment broke. It's my fault. I'm responsible, and you own it. And instead of just saying, hey, a piece of equipment broke, we used it. It happens. Or hey, we need more manpower, or we need to get somebody off the ship who is, not an A player on this ship, or I need a better map. I need to go out and find a better map. Whatever those little problems are, just go and do them. Don't own them. Don't let them bring you down. Don't let them, stop you from getting your ship to your destination. So whatever you're thinking about, wherever you find yourself, take a step back and just think of the activities that you need to do as simply a checklist of items that you have to do as an agent running this ship. This happens to be your pet business, but just take a step back, let yourself off the hook a little bit. Don't beat yourself up. Write down all the stuff you have to do. Work at it. If you get distracted, say I was distracted today, and get back and do it today, or do it tomorrow, or do it later in the evening when you have some time after you rest a little bit. But don't sit and don't own every single problem or every single thing that comes up. It is not your fault. That is a function of running a business. A business and life are like the seasons. I say this, they're up, they're down. You don't know what happens. It rains, it's sunny, right? Guess what? We can't control all of those things, so just let yourself off the hook and just keep doing what you're doing. You guys know all the right stuff that you need to be doing. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Thanks as always for watching. This is Kevin Shriver from Your Pet Business Now.